Hey everybody, it's Stephanie. Today we're going to experiment with setting spray over your concealer and under your powder. So here I have already put on my face makeup. I've actually got concealer on, not that you'd be able to tell, but this is what it looked like earlier today. I've had a lot of allergy issues and migraine headaches, so my dark circles have been absolutely horrific. So, setting spray. I sprayed a little bit on the back of my hand and I picked it up with a couple fingers. This is the Urban Decay Chill Spray. I love it. I've had it for a long time. But you can probably use any setting spray. I sprayed it on the back of my hand and just picked it up with a couple fingers and just gently tapped it under my eyes. The other eye was already done. And then I pressed some into the lines on my forehead. I did this earlier, I practiced with it, and I found that when I powdered, the lines were diminished, so I was really super stoked about that. All right, well, I'm letting that set. I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little butter gloss in the shade Marshmallow. Then I'm gonna pick up my Fiera high definition setting powder, and what I did was I took a damp sponge, tapped it in the powder, and then I got rid of the excess, and then I just gently rolled it under my eyes. I can't believe I didn't know about this way earlier. This worked really well for me. I hope it works well for you. The other thing I want to mention is it's a very good idea to have your eyes under your eyes moisturized, to have it, good and hydrated. That is also really important. So I do use eye cream. I know you don't really need eye cream, but I use it for a little added moisture. When your under eyes are dehydrated, especially with that thin skin, it just is a recipe for, creasing and making your fine lines look worse than they already are. Lorac. This is a beautiful eyeshadow palette, but the fallout is horrendous. So I decided to spray some setting powder on my eyeshadow brush and see if I could get this product to stay on my eyelid and not all over my face. I went in with an IT Cosmetics travel size eyeshadow brush, and I was really conservative to start because, burn me once, shame on you, burn me twice, shame on me. But I was finding that the product was not falling onto my face. And believe me, I was so happy because I love this palette. It's super pretty. It is pretty conservative. It wasn't a super full face of makeup. It was basically just to show these techniques. So I'm just doing a really basic eye look today. And I gotta tell you, so far, as I was applying this, I was so happy. When you have a product that you really love as far as the color, when it doesn't perform well, it's kind of a bummer, especially when you have a lot of fallout from eyeshadow, because when it gets all over your makeup, it just ruins it, especially under your eyes. Okie doke, we're going in with the shimmer now. This is where the rubber meets the road, so I packed that on there. I was looking at this very intently to see if it was falling on my face, and it wasn't. I was so excited. I know that there are bigger things in life to get excited about, but I'm telling you, just the small things. So I just continued to pack it on there. And oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I love it. Just checking it out. There was a couple tiny little flakes that fell down, not a lot. Before I added more of the shimmer to the brush, I went ahead and sprayed it again just to be on the safe side. And here we are, patting that in. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? I love it. Again, this is a rather conservative eyeshadow look for typically what I do, when I'm making my videos. But an everyday makeup look for me, I'm not a big heavy makeup wearer. In fact, this is probably a lot for me in a regular day. If I was going to go somewhere, I might do it. But I was just really, really happy with this. I love shimmer. So I went in with a crease brush or detail brush and added a little more and decided to go for broke and add a little bit more drama, a little bit more depth to this eyeshadow look. And as you can see, I'm smiling. I was really happy about it. So now I'm using this Bare Escentuals liner brush, and it's a really good brush, by the way. And I went ahead and I dipped it in the darker shade there in the palette. This is like a brownish, dark brown color. And I thought to myself, if I can line my eye with this and it doesn't fall out, we are home free. And yep, it worked great. So I think I'm gonna get really gutsy and daring and pull a smoky eye demo one of these days soon, and see how much product I can really slather on, and see if it the brush will hold the product without falling all over my face under those kind of circumstances. So anyways, loving it, and just looking around, making sure, also checking my concealer. I'm not seeing any cracking. I will say though, with the setting spray, it does have a slight drying effect. Your eyes won't look dry. They won't look, you know, like dry under eye, you know, with like all the lines and wrinkles, you know, exaggerated. But it's just sort of a little bit of a drying finish. It's hard to explain, but it looks really nice. It's not uncomfortable, and I'll be doing this again. I'm gonna up the ante. I'm gonna actually put more concealer under my eyes. I was really sort of a little bit conservative today because I didn't want to exaggerate. You get too much concealer and it just makes your dark circles worse. So next time I'm gonna be a little more gutsy and daring and add a little more and see how it performs. Using this Farmasi crease brush, which is what I used earlier, I went in and just added a little bit more depth. And then I went and took another look to see if I could find any creasing, if I could find any fallout, and I couldn't. I'm looking. All right, time for mascara. I'm just using the e.l.f. Lash and Roll here. Just gonna pop it on real quick. Okie doke, let's get some color on that face. I'm using Estee Lauder's Pure Color Envy Sculpting Blush in the shade Rebellious Rose. Okay, this is obviously not drugstore. I've actually had this for a good year, and I really didn't use it very often because I wasn't, you know, wearing makeup. But I'm telling you, this is a really beautiful blush, and I need to use it more often. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's just got this really finely milled consistency to the product. It's lovely, it goes on well, it lasts well. It's very kind to lines and wrinkles, I will tell you that. Here's the finished look, pretty happy with that. So I went and I had a look at the close-up under my eyes to see how this setting spray was working. I don't see any creasing under my eyes. This is the before shot of my forehead before I use the setting spray. This is after. So I think there's a big difference there. I hope this is a helpful video for you. And if you decide to use setting spray over your concealer, I'd love to know how it worked out for you. Thanks for watching.